welcome to Melba's Book Club. You know, Oprah's got her book club, but she's actually trying to sell books. I'm just trying to enjoy them. Just, leave the commercialism out of it. So I have a favorite book of mine I wanted to share with y'all, and there's actually a TV show by the same name done by the same people that did the book called Weird U.S. And I take this book traveling wherever I go. I go to anytime, especially in the southeastern United States, for some reason there's lots of weird stuff, and also in the east there's lots of weird stuff. So I have all these little tabs here, so when I go through a state I look for all the weird stuff that they point out. Well, what I wanted to talk about today is there's an actual race of people that is by and large forgotten called melungeon. And I only learned about it after reading this book. But it's quite fascinating, and I'll show you what, as somebody's caricature, what they decided a melungeon looks like. Can we get a close-up on that on camera one? Can we see that? Oh, there it goes. There's camera one. Okay. Now, they drew this. This is some kind of rendering. That's what they say a melungeon looks like. Now, really, real melungeons don't really look like that. That's just to scare y'all and get y'all to pay attention. Okay. But what they are, what happened was, back in the day before Columbus, we had Portuguese settlers coming to the Americas, and they were trading and going up the rivers, and they came into this area like Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, all this area, and a lot of them just ended up either getting lost or staying or whatever, and they formed colonies, and they interbred with Indians and runaway slaves and people that were kind of hiding back in the woods. And so for, you know, centuries, these people have just have their own race, which is called melungeon, and they have some special characteristics now. And a lot of Southerners that I know, especially people from the backwoods, have some of these characteristics. So I want y'all to think about this and think about your families. And you think about your families. All right, because one of the qualities that they have is they have what's called shovel teeth. They have shovel teeth, and they have lots of lumps on their heads. Now, my husband has lots of lumps on his head, but he don't have the shovel teeth. So, and he's not. And they also tend to be kind of dark. You know, think about the Portuguese and Indian and black influence and stuff. So you think, okay, but so they're gonna be a little bit darker complected or olivey complected. And anyway, famous melungeons that claim melungeon heritage are Elvis Presley. Yeah. The king himself. So something to be proud of. And Ava Gardner. Very sexy people, both of them.
They don't look anything like that picture.
No, they don't.
They don't look nothing like that picture.
How about Elf?
Elf?
Yeah. Is he a melungeon?
Oh, Elf.
Elf.
Oh. He's a mutant. He's a mutant, honey. I don't know. But, and you know, who knows, Tony, maybe UFOs came down and interbred with these people.
Yeah.
So who knows what kind of qualities. That's why Southerners are special.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I guess our most famous melungeon is Abraham Lincoln.
Oh.
And that's so funny. Marcus, our engineer, looked at this picture I showed, and he said, "Oh, that looks like Abraham Lincoln." And I'm like, "There's a reason." But
what about George Bush? He's a mutant. In the head.
He could be. Well, yeah, you have to feel for the lumps
But
of the
not
head and on the
Hillary,
back
but
of the
not
neck,
Hillary.
I
She's
think.
cool.
That first picture
Yeah.
was Lincoln, right?
Yeah. Well, no, that picture reminded Marcus of Lincoln.
Okay.
Yeah. And I said, well, there's a reason, because Lincoln, and he does. You think about it, they all have darker features, and it's very interesting. So that's a little known part of our Southern culture. Y'all, can y'all think of anybody that you know that might be melungeon or have melungeon
Fred
qualities?
Thompson.
Fred Thompson.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Could well be. Yeah.
Mr. Intellect.
Mr. Personality.
Now, I like Fred Thompson, so don't be talking about my man now, unless you won't be getting in some
I like
votes
Fred.
for
I
him.
can't help it. He's dumb and lazy and not qualified for president. So was George Jr.
Well, but he's big and strong and good looking.
But we got Hillary.
You talking about Fred Thompson?
Yeah.
The guy that's running for president.
Yeah.
Was that before or after the meat grinder?
Oh, I'm not even going to talk about it. Talk to the hands.
You know what Richard Nixon says about Fred Thompson?
What? Is he's a melungeon?
Yeah. That's it.
So now, where are the melungeons? Where is their base?
In the
Chicken
mountain.
Road.
Yeah, they're living
Gallon
in a trailer
Road,
park.
near your restaurant.
I know.
Those strange people that buy your hot dogs.
I know.
Oh, y'all know
That's it.
what?
That's where I've seen the melungeons at my hot dog stand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet they dig them hot dogs. Yeah, you have some for the everyday folk, and then you have the real fancy ones and specials and stuff.
yes.
And a couple of them do hula hoops, right?
Oh, sure.
Oh, well, melungeons. I had something brilliant to say about melungeons, and it just flew out of my head.
Oh, good.
Your last book was called Sex in the 50s. That was far more exciting.
That was a book that I was, we were discussing. I didn't write it because I was just a baby in the 50s, but yeah, we discussed that, and it was kind of fun because the way they talked about sex and how they thought about dating and marriage and single motherhood and all that stuff. It's all different now. Now you can just do what you want, and which I think is nice, you know. So anyway, so
Does that mean Mexicans can get their driver's license?
huh? No, no. I don't know what that had to do with what we just said. My brain is just totally fried now. You've made a short circuit.
Because
in my brain.
mutants and mungeons are trying to get their driver's license.
Now,
Haven't you read the news?
melungeons. Oh, she asked me a
And Hillary
question.
Clinton thinks it's a good idea.
Okay. All right. No, she asked me a
Go,
question about
Hillary.
melungeons. Where are they from, or where are they based? And we said, yeah, the trailer park in off Dickerson Road or something like that. But really, they're still like up in the hills, and they keep kind of secretive and stuff. And you know those stories like that. I think about, you know, the hills have eyes or something like that. Those
know.
people that live up there
Yeah.
and might just drag off unsuspecting campers or something.
I wonder,
Evidently, they
guess-
really like sex. They'll have sex with anyone, right?
Oh yeah.
Even Bigfoot.
Yeah. Maybe they
Tell
are
about
Bigfoot.
it.
That could be. Maybe they've interbred with Bigfoot. See,
Could
and
be.
then they have some of Bigfoot qualities. This kind of looked like a Bigfoot. This picture
Yeah,
here.
that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Let's find out what Matt thinks about all this. He's kind of quiet.
I think it looks like Broderick Crawford.
Oh my God.
Ah. Let's see.
Well,
I think it looks like David Letterman.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's a
welcome. I'll be
good-looking
the
guy. Yeah.
bookmark holder.
Now there's the shovel teeth they're talking about right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess the lumpy head and stuff.
And then there's the feather.
Yeah, but for Indian, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't know, are the Portuguese normally blue-eyed? Because that's where I'm thinking that
You
blue
know,
eye might come.
Maybe
I wonder.
so. I mean, they normally have dark hair, but I think they're kind of like the Spaniards too. Some of them are fair-haired, and yeah.
I know one word in Portuguese.
What's that?
Frog.
Well, how do you say it? That's how you say it? 'Cause that's like what they sound like. Well, all right. Well, you know, we need to give a big aha to our listeners here. We're gonna aha on out of here, and we thank you so much for tuning in and learning some things. You know, Joey does history lessons like on Andrew Jackson and stuff. Well, we're learning about melungeons today, and maybe perhaps we'll do another chapter in this book of wonderful and weird things called Weird U.S., and there's a show on TV about it too. And so with that, we're gonna give you all a big aha. You ready? Ah!